all-time highs. You heard that right. What is going on, YouTube? I'm your host, Lawrence, over at Mighty Comics Collectibles. The Key Collector app recently put out some data regarding a signature auction that just occurred with well over 200 books that made new all-time highs in their respective grades. And we're going to cover 10 of them here today. Before we get started in the video, like I remind you guys, if you're not a current sub of the channel, do yourself a favor, hit that sub button, smash the like button for yours truly. One other thing, all right? I and my cohorts are actually looking for a golden or silver age comic book collection to purchase. So if you have one that you're looking to sell, do yourself a favor, go into the description of every video, use my contact information, my email, send me an email, let me know what you got. With that said, also make sure to stick around for after this video. I want to talk about these books a little bit more and the auction. So we're going to start it off at number 10, and yes, I did rank these books from 10 all the way down to the top spot, but there's really no ranking, just some awesome books that if you held for the long term, you're going to see a lot of these books are Golden Age keys. They went up tremendously, but let's get into it. At number 10 is Blue Beetle, number 54. This Golden Age romance comic was referenced in The Seduction of the Innocent, which led to establishing the Comics Code Authority. Commonly known as a headlights cover, this gem recently sold at signature auction with an insane new high sale and a 6.0 for $13,200, up a whopping 189% since 2020. You guys know I love headlights, right? At number 9 for this auction was Headline Comics number 8. This World War II cover art depicting Hitler recently sold at auction with a new high sale in a CGC 4.0 for $6,600 and up 225% since 2014, when it last sold for only $2,032. The CGC census reports 4 copies only in a 4.0 and 20 graded higher. How about some Batman goodness at number 8? It is Detective Comics number 39. This is the third appearance of Robin, believe it or not. We had 2 massive sales at the signature auction event recently, and the CGC census reports 2 copies in a 5.5 and 12 graded higher. There are also 3 copies in an 8.5 and only 1 graded higher. A CGC 8.5 recently sold for $33,600, up a crazy 278% since 2012. Then we had a CGC 5.5 sale for $6,300, up again 277% since 2006. Sticking with Detective Comics at number 7, it is Detective Comics number 63. This book contains the first appearance of Mr. Baffle and one of my favorite early Detective Comics covers. An all-new high sale in a CGC 6.5 was made at auction for $4,080, up a crazy 410% since its last sale of only $800 in 2014. Let's talk about an incredibly rare comic at number 6. It is Daring Mystery Comics number 3. This comic contains the first appearance of Purple Mask, formerly Laughing Mask, and later becomes Falcon. The CGC census reports 1 copy in a 7.5 with 3 graded higher. At the signature auction, this rare gem sold for an incredible $21,000, up an insane 882% since its last sale of $2,138 back in 2006, nearly 20 years ago. Now, how about a mega key? We have not talked about this book on the channel at all. At number 5, it is Detective Comics number 38. The first appearance and origin of Robin. Another massive sale at the signature auction recently with a CGC 8.0 selling for an insane $132,000, but get this, up 243% since its last sale of only $38,500 way back in 2008. Sticking with keys at number 4, it is one of the most important comics ever written. It is Captain America Comics number 3. The first written work in the comic book industry by none other than Stan Lee. This is also the third appearance of Captain America and Bucky Barnes. Also, this is his second appearance and first cover appearance of the Red Skull, George Maxson. A new high sale at the signature auction was made in a CGC 5.5 for $26,400, up 596% since its last sale and way back in 2003 for only $3,795. Imagine paying $3,800 for this book and see it increase almost 600% in just over 20 years. remarkable. Let's get back to talking a little bit about rarity. And at number 3, we have Scoop Comics number 2. This iconic cover was done by the great Charles Sultan. CGC reports 2 copies in a 1.0 and only 15 copies graded higher. At the signature auction event, we had a massive sale in a 1.0 for $10,200, up an absolutely incredible 2,718% since its last sale of only $362. But get this, it was only back in 2016, not nearly 10 years ago. That is absolutely astonishing. At number 2 is one of my favorite pre-code horror books of all time. One of the best covers that have ever been done. It is Black Cat Mystery number 50 with this iconic cover by the great Lee Elias. Published by Harvey prior to the establishment of the Comics Code Authority. A brand new high sale in a CGC 9.4 file copy at the signature auction event, sold for an amazing $55,200, up an insane 1,350% since its last sale back in 2009. But get this, what did this book last sell for in a 9.4 file copy? Unbelievable. Only $3,807. And at number 1, an amazing book with the most incredible game from this auction. It is Chamber of Chills number 23. With iconic cover art by Lee Elias and published prior to the Comics Code Authority, this classic cover had a brand new high sale at the signature auction event in a CGC 8.0 for $8,400. But that's not the reason this book is an incredible sale. Its last sale was way back in 2003 for a measly $205. This book is up a grand total of 3,998% over that time frame, under 25 years. So let's talk about this a little bit, right guys? Imagine owning a book for roughly 20 years or so and getting a 4,000% gain on that book. Imagine buying this book, Chamber of Chills, for $200, and then 20 years later, you're making that kind of return. Even the, Black Cat Mystery 50 with an insane return as well. A lot of these books, if not all of them, are Golden Age books. Yes, who knew back then that these books were going to be crazy, priced nearly 20 years later? I gotta tell you this, some of these great covers, some of these scarce keys, if you picked up these books way back when, I gotta tell you were smarter than most of us. But I still think there's time to buy some of these books and some of these other Golden Age books that are really scarce, that have great covers by some incredible artists, right? I always talk about here on my channel how some books are better buys than others, right? A lot of them in the Golden Age. I personally think some of these great heroes, especially from the Marvel Silver Age, are still worth buying. You just have to hold them for a really long time. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're never going to see some of these gains. Some of these Silver Age Marvels, like I said, they're never going to see stuff like this, the gains that were had over these past 20 years. But some of these Golden Age books that are really rare, maybe not on the census, but have incredible artwork, covers by some great artists, I'd be buying these books if I could find them for really cheap right now and just hang on to them if you have this disposable income. Not everybody does, but that's just me. I love covering these Golden Age books, and I'm happy that the Key Collector app put out this signature auction event list of these 200 books. Go check it out. Some amazing books are on this list, 200 to be exact. Here's only 10 of them, right? If you haven't downloaded the Key Collector app yet, I suggest you do it. There's some great information that can be had. I get a lot of my stuff from that app. So again, I hope you guys enjoy the video. This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Bring me my money. Yeah!